And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live Q&A here on the Film Stock channel. It's Wednesday evening. You guys already know. It is the 1st of November. You guys already know. We had to do a Q&A to kickstart the month and start on a high. So I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome in. I know Halloween has come and gone. Spooky season is in the past, but Christmas is right around the corner. It's the best time of year. October, November, December. That 3-month stretch, unmatched. And I would argue with anyone about that. I take that over May, June, July. Is that blasphemous? I don't care. It's my opinion. But welcome in, everybody. Hit that like button if you guys are joining here now. And of course, if you're on the replay, also leave a like. It helps out more than you know. Super chat is the way to go to guarantee I get right to your question, your comment, your concern. It's also a huge way to help support me directly and this channel. And if you guys haven't, it would make my day. It would make my November if you guys check out the newest episode of the Unusual Couple podcast, the Halloween special. It is going to be constantly scrolling across the bottom. Halloween special episode out now. It is linked down below. It is the pinned comment on the stream. Be sure to go to the Unusual Couple podcast YouTube channel, subscribe, and make sure to watch that video, that whole hour, 15-minute long podcast. We both were dressed up in costumes. We had, I tried to say cosplay. I just tried to say cosplay and costume together. Didn't work out for me. We dressed up. We had candy where we would do a blind taste and ranking. We talked Halloween movies. We also talked a bunch of other stuff that's Halloween related. It was a lot of fun. So go check it out. Go do it. Do it. But we're here now. We're here now. There's 30 of you in here, so hit that like button. And let's just get down to business. Let's get right down to some questions. Let's do the damn thing. Also, I'm going to post real quick on the community tab that we're live before we get too far into the questions. So just another way for people to know that we are live, as I always say. All right. 1 second. Let me do this real quick. Live now. Come ask some questions, and then we'll get right down to business. Okay. How was everyone's Halloween, by the way? Please let me know. Mine was spent eating candy and recording the podcast, so I can't complain on that front. Jacob, what's going on, man? Welcome in. I did hear that the new Ghostbusters film potentially is called Frozen Empire, and I saw that we're getting a trailer potentially tomorrow. We're in like that time period where we're going to get a ton of movie trailers for things that come out in the summer movie season because a lot of people are going to start going to the movies November, December, and movies coming out in May, June, July are going to need to be marketed to that audience because we're entering that dead zone. And, January, February, sort of March, not really anymore. March is like the new May. But we're entering that time period of the year. So they're going to start amping up the promotion of these movies. And so we're getting a Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes trailer tomorrow. We're probably getting a Ghostbuster trailer by the end of the week. And trailers are going to be dropping left and right. It's just that time of year. And it feels right. It just feels right. But I'm excited. I liked Afterlife quite a bit. And I look forward to see the direction that they take this franchise in. All right. Ethan, what's good? News or announcements do you think we'll get for Stranger Things Day? Great question to start out this stream. It's tough to say. They put out a poster today. I'm making a short video about this soon, but they put out a poster, and let me go to the tweet, actually. So by they, I mean the official Stranger Things account. They put out a poster on Twitter and all forms of social media, and that poster says, time to hit rewind, or the caption to the post says, time to hit rewind. We're taking a look back on our time in Hawkins. # Stranger Things Day. And this is what the poster looks like. It's a VHS tape. It says Stranger Things Day. It has 11:06, obviously signifying November 6th. And it says Return to Stranger on the poster. I don't know if this is like announcing some sort of, recap video, or I have no clue really. It could be announcing some sort of rewatch podcast series leading up to the thing with the Duffers. I have no clue. But to take a look back, it's hard. Like it's hard to say. Time to hit rewind. We're taking a look back on our time in Hawkins. That doesn't really give me too much hope that we're going to get information about season 5. If we're taking a look back, are we just appreciating the journey? Is it like a flashback? What are we doing? I don't know. But to say we're going to get a ton of season 5 news, I can't do that comfortably. Now, I wish I could say, we're getting the episode titles. That would be sweet. And I still have a little bit of hope that that's the case. But still, I don't know. I don't know what to expect anymore. And I'm still excited. We have a real fun episode of the of the podcast planned for it. But no, I'm curious. I'm really curious to see what they announce. And if you guys want to watch an hour, 15-minute funny podcast episode, I just put this right here. Next week, you guys asking about Stranger Things Day. Next week on the Unusual Couple podcast, which you guys should go subscribe to if you haven't, we will be doing a Stranger Things Day episode. So Stranger Things cosplay, Stranger Things trivia, Stranger Things theories. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have, between this Halloween episode that dropped today, which is linked right here, and the upcoming episode about Stranger Things Day, the 1-2 punch, it's going to be unmatched. I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like if you guys are in here. Do it. What's good, everybody? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm seeing the Marvels next week. That's all I'll say. Stranger Things Day, yep, it's rapidly approaching. We're very close. I have not watched The Walking Dead. I've seen like an episode or two in my life, but I've never sat down and fully watched The Walking Dead. And I don't know if I ever will, just because it's a daunting task. The amount of episodes, the amount of seasons, it overwhelms me just thinking about it, really. I just finished a 6-season series, 100 episodes in length. That was Teen Wolf. And that took me about almost 2 months, just under 2 months to do. So for The Walking Dead, which is double that and probably way more episodes, it might take me 4 to 5 months because I might not enjoy it. It might take half a year, a damn decade for all I know. Ian's in the house. What's good, Ian? Hope all's well with you, man. What are you looking forward to for the rest of the year? I mean, there's a lot to look forward to. I would say movie-wise, I am actually looking forward to the Marvels. As hot of a take as that is, I'm looking forward to the Marvels. I'm looking forward to the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm looking forward to Wonka. Life-wise, I'm very much excited for Christmas season. There's just something so special about it. The weather obviously cools down, and it's getting cooler here where I live right now. But also, like, I love that vibe. It's very nostalgic time period for me. Makes me think about life, and I just get real happy during the last few weeks of December. Of course, I'm looking forward to the conclusion of the college football season. Obviously, I'll miss week-to-week football, but to see what happens, can Georgia three-peat? I believe. Not a lot of people do, but I believe. So it'll be interesting to see. But no, I'm looking forward to a lot of things. Mainly the fact that we're in November and December. I think that's a fantastic 2-month stretch of the year. So I'm just excited for it all, really. Rank the animatronics in the FNAF movie. I have no answer. I have no answer to rank these. I saw the movie. I thought it was pretty bad, to be honest, and I don't even remember all their names. Honestly, I can't say. Freddy would probably be number one. Freddy Fazbear, whatever the hell. I don't know. Network 98 with super chat. Thank you, Network 98, keeping the hype alive for the craving as always. I'm also watching Dancing with the Stars. So Cam and I both have been watching it. She's more into it than I am, but I've slowly warmed up to it, and I'm really intrigued on a weekly basis what the theme is. Last night was like Monster Night, so we watched a good bit of that, and then I rewatched Scream 6 actually, which I've now seen twice. But no, I am watching it. Cam's watching it. It's an entertaining show, and it's basically, it's American Idol. It's the Voice. It's all these different. It's like a concept we've seen before is what I'm trying to say, but it's so fresh. And I mean, shows like that, they go this long for a reason, right? They're actually quality. So we are watching it. And I like to see the development of these dancers and the costumes. The costumes have been sick. So thank you for the super chat, Network 98, and we're both watching it. Both of us. All right. Where was I? I was somewhere around here. What's new? I'm losing my spot in the chat. Okay. My Halloween was good. It involved the Halloween. My Halloween was the podcast episode, pretty much. Which again, I'm gonna drop that link, and I really would love it if you guys go check out that video. We had a lot of fun with it, and it was my favorite episode we've ever done of the podcast. So let me find that link real quick and share it in the chat. But no, my Halloween was fun. I had, I dressed up as Mobius from Loki. Which, by the way, Loki, only 2 episodes left. I'm finally caught up, or more so, everyone else is caught up now with me, I guess, because I got the first 4 episodes early, and then Um, obviously, I had to wait like a month. It was a long, it was a long wait for me. And if you guys have seen, I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you guys have seen the result of the last episode, the conclusion, I should say, of episode 4, you know what we're talking about. There's some crazy revelations, if you will, and we don't really know the fate of people. That's all I'm saying. I'm really dancing around spoilers here because I don't want to be that guy. But if you guys have not, go check out the new episode where we talk Loki, where you basically get to experience Halloween with me and with Cam, and it's linked right here. I'll leave it up for a second. But no, Halloween was fun. If the goated Halloween candy, by the way, without question, Reese's, Reese's Pieces, or Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Goat. But no, we had a lot of fun. And if you guys want to, relive Halloween, I know it's November 1st, but check it out. It really would mean a lot. And I'm not going to shut up about it. So you might as well just go click the link. Okay. All right. Do I know anything about Training Day? I don't know anything about it. I saw the poster that they, dropped in the tweet, and I'll probably make a short about that this evening. But no, I don't know what they're going to announce. Apparently, some people have been like some of those accounts that not leak things, but accounts that break news in the industry, like the entertainment industry. They've been teasing something. People have been like, "Do you know anything for Stranger Things Day?" And they've been tweeting like the eye emojis, but I don't really know what that entails. I maybe they're just gassing something up falsely to try and get clout, or maybe something is actually coming soon. We'll see. But no, I don't know anything personally about I don't have an insider info. If that's what you're asking. Main gamer, what's good? What's your most hype movie of November? Mine is probably Hunger Games, followed by Napoleon. I would say, not gonna lie, really looking forward to Wish, and it snuck up on me, my excitement for this movie. But I'm doing the Disney challenge, which you guys, if you don't know, follow me on Letterboxd, link down below. I'm going through every Disney animated film, and it's going to be a tall task, but I'm up to the challenge, and so working my way through that, and I realized I'm really looking forward to this movie Wish. But of course, I'm looking forward to the Marvels and Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm honestly not terribly excited for Napoleon anymore. I will watch it likely, but I don't know, something about Ridley Scott lately. House of Gucci was a miss. Last Duel was good, but it hasn't really aged well for me, and so I don't know. I feel like he hasn't really captured me since The Martian, I want to say, which was in 2015 or 16. So we'll see. But no, I'm not too hyped for Napoleon as I once was. Well, honestly, I was never really that excited for it. The Marvels comes out next week for those asking. It comes out a week from Friday, which is nuts. And no one's really talking about it. But that's kind of where we are right now with Marvel. And we got a bombshell of an article from Variety today about Marvel and the current state of everything, which is nuts. Craziness, really. And I don't think that Marvel Studios has been, not in trouble, but I don't know if they've been on the hot seat, I guess would be a good way to put it, like this in a long time. And it's interesting. I'm curious to see what the future holds for the studio, because we all have gone and supported these movies for years now. We've grown up with them, many of us, I feel. And the direction, it's not clear right now. This is a pivotal time for Marvel to make changes if need be. So we'll see where they're headed. Who do you think has the highest chance of dying in Stranger Things season 5? My whole family said Steve. I mean, safe bet. If the highest chance, I'm honestly going to say 11. And I'll stand by that. I think the highest chance is probably 11 if we were doing betting odds. Ryland's in the house. What's good, Ryland? How you doing, man? Yeah, I hope you're also doing well as we enter November. November is a great month. Great month for football, for friends and family, for weather, for Thanksgiving. My birthday is at the end of the month as well. Which I'm excited for. But here we go. My question is, how did Scream 6 hold up on rewatch? What is your favorite scene from it, and do you enjoy the finale? Scream 6 is about on par with how I originally felt, if not a hair below how I originally felt. It's still at a 4.5 out of 5. It's probably in the 4.25 out of 5 range. Very good movie. One of the better Scream sequels. It's nothing will ever touch the original Scream for me. That's how I feel about that franchise. But the sixth one, Look, it's damn good. I love the New York setting change. I really like the opening. In terms of like favorite scenes, I think I might go the opening because it's longer than most Scream openings, if long at least. And you're like, what the hell are they doing? And then they do a misdirect, and it works. It works. Tony Revolori too, underrated actor. But no, I think it held up on rewatch. What's the best scene to me? I would say, or my favorite scene. That's the question. My favorite scene. I liked the. That's tough. The subway scene's good, but the ladder scene also. The finale, you ask about the finale. I do enjoy the finale. On rewatch, though, for me at least, when you know every behind the scenes detail, the movie didn't hit as hard for me. I still really like it though. It didn't have the same pop, or it didn't pack as much of a punch as I remember it when I saw it in theaters. The finale, it's fine. Yeah, it's not an all-time Scream finale for me. The first Scream again is on a league of its own, and I think I've pinpointed the one thing that I miss with Scream 6 is Dewey and Sydney. They're missed for me. But I do think at the same time that the OGs, or excuse me, the new characters Sam and Tara, not Tara, Tara. I finally learned it for those who know. Sam and Tara both have such great chemistry. They almost like are the new Sydney and whoever, they're like that group and the core four, they are good enough in their own right to carry a franchise. So I like it. Good question. I have not seen It Follows, but I did see there's a sequel called They Follow coming out. Looks like I'll have to watch It Follows. I'll have to add it to the watch list. I don't even think it's on the watch list. It could be, but I don't even know if it's on there. I have a really long horror movie watch list that I chipped away at in July a good bit, and I haven't really gone back to. And I feel bad, sort of. I've talked about this recently. I was like, I kind of feel bad that I didn't do enough, for horror. Um, but yeah, like it is what it is. It is what it is. Thoughts? Oh, did you hear of Marvel reviving Iron Man and Black Widow? What are your thoughts? I heard about this, and I'm anti it personally because it would devalue the sacrifices they made. It would water down Endgame. It would diminish their legacy. I'm pretty against this, as strong as you can get, in opposition to them coming back. I think there's a way to. No, actually, no, not at all, not at all. And I know they're desperate, but they need to calm down. They need to calm down. They're being way too desperate right now. You you can't even toy with the idea of that. Like if you bring back Iron Man and you bring back Black Widow in the same timeline for like from the dead in the actual like Avengers Endgame timeline, like that universe. What was the point of it all? You know? Was that their plan all along to cheap kill them off? It would feel cheap. It would feel unearned. I am not a fan of this. There's a way. What I was gonna say is where they can have the two actors come back and play different versions of the character, very very similar characters, but in a different universe. That would also still feel pretty cheap because it's like we failed without them, so let's bring everyone back. I don't know. I do think I've come to terms with the fact that it's only a matter of time until we see Downey and Scarlett come back in their roles, and it's like I don't know. It's not going to be a long enough wait to really pack as much of a punch as it should. I don't know. That's just how I feel right now. I just don't think it's necessary. I think they need to chill out, breathe, and just move forward. In terms of the whole Kang situation, did Marvel forget that you can recast? They're like, we might have to jump ship with Kang. And this one dude apparently was like, Marvel's so effed with Kang. It's like Iron Man to Iron Man 2, you recast Rhodey. You recast Edward Norton with Mark Ruffalo as Hulk. You're recasting Thunderbolt Ross with Harrison Ford. You can recast Kang. I don't know why there's this assumption that it has to be Jonathan Majors, because the Marvel Cinematic Universe, especially as of late, has literally the plots of their movies and the writers, they've created a cheat code where they acknowledge and have variance in the universe where you can literally say, I'm changing my form, and just have one throwaway stupid line and just change your look and it'll be a different actor, or just don't acknowledge it. They didn't even acknowledge it with with Norton and Ruffalo and Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle. So it gets me fired up. I don't know. It's just like, just recast. Am I crazy? Just recast the role. It's so stupid. I mean, like, you don't have to jump ship with Kang. Just recast his ass. Simple. Anyway. Favorite Tim Burton movie? Sweeney Todd. Has to be. Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street with Johnny Depp. Sleepy Hollow was on my watch list for October. That didn't happen. It is what it is. That's the way I've kind of viewed things lately. It's fine. I'll have another time of year to watch it eventually. But Sweeney Todd. I feel you, Joanna. Inception versus Interstellar. Give me Inception. Give me Inception, for real. Jason, what's good, dude? How the hell are you doing, man? Always good to see you in here. Hope all's well. I salute you, my friend. Longtime supporter here. All love your way, dude. What's your guess between Hunger Games and the Marvels? Which will get more? I think which will make more at the box office? That's the question. Which will make more at the box office? I would say, I think it's a safer bet to assume Marvel here. So I'm going to say the Marvels is going to make more money. But that being said, I would not be shocked if Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes comes out to really good reviews, good word of mouth, and it ends up having longer legs than the Marvels. I don't think either film makes more than 500 million at the box office worldwide. That I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but I think both will. I don't think the Marvels is going to crack 500. Quantumania didn't quack. Okay, how are the Ducks in the chat now? I guess. Crack 500. Quantumania did not crack 500 mil. I believe it did about 480 to 490 worldwide. I see the Marvels doing something similar, having a big opening weekend and not having long legs. So the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Damn, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it depends on if the Hunger Games fandom shows up or not, because those movies did numbers back in the day. Every year from 2012, 13, 14, 15, they did numbies. So we're just going to have to see. Yeah, I honestly, like, so if you're asking which one is doing more, right now I'm going to lean the Marvels, but I'll be able to tell you with confidence after the opening weekend of the Marvels and we have some tracking, then I'll be able to say, okay, you know what? Actually, the other movie might outgross it. So we'll have to see. I'm rooting for both. I'm rooting for both movies. I'm excited for both. I'm rooting for both. So look forward to what they have in store for us. But yeah, I November's loaded, guys. November's a loaded month for movies. Loaded, I tell you, loaded. A lot of people asking about The Walking Dead. Haven't seen it. Haven't done it. How was washing all your Mobius gray hair? It was weird at first. Like, I've done that hairspray before, and then you know put your head under the water and like it's stiff, like your hair doesn't move at all, and it gets like almost a crust on the top of it. And so like it starts to slowly come out and it'll get all over your hand. But then you put like shampoo in your hair, and then the conditioner really loosens it all up, and then it falls out pretty easily. But it was it's an uncomfortable feeling to say the least. Look, if you guys haven't watched the new episode of the podcast, what are you doing? Let me drop the link in here now. What are you doing? Everyone in here, go leave a like on it right now, and then after, go watch the full thing. I think you got to do it. So yeah, washing the gray out wasn't bad. I also had like a fake mustache drawn on with some makeup. My mustache is just not good enough to pull off Mobius, and so I had to draw one on. But no, it was a lot of fun. You guys should go check out the new episode, please. I'm begging you, do it. Kung Fu Panda 4 versus Despicable Me 4. What are you more excited for? Well, here's a fun fact about both those franchises. I've only seen, I want to say, the first two of both. I've only seen Despicable Me 1 and 2. Haven't seen any of the sequels or Minions, and I haven't seen... I think I may have actually seen all three Kung Fu Pandas, but I'll have to rewatch them all. I'll rewatch every Kung Fu Panda movie before that new one, because I slack when it comes to DreamWorks animation. I swear I have not seen enough of those movies. And that's on me. That's on no one but me. And I have not seen the How to Train a Dragon films. I got it on Black Friday last year for like $10 on Amazon. And they've been sitting over on my Blu-ray shelf. I haven't watched them. It's almost been a year. Story of my life, story of a lot of people's life. They go, oh, I'll watch this, and they never do, and that just happens. Things pile up, and you watch other movies and shows, and it's crazy. But yeah, I'll watch the Kung Fu Panda movies before the new one comes out. Okay. My nose is itchy. Wow. We're starting to itch the nose 25 minutes in. Could be a long stream. No, I'm kidding. I kid. Theo with the super chat. Shout out Theo. Thank you so much, man. How do you feel about the MCU movies becoming more closely to the shows? I know many have felt like the shows have become homework. Damn good point. Damn good point right here. Look, I stand by this. I still don't think any of the shows are required viewings for the movies. I know that people will have you think that, and I know we're getting a movie uh, next week with Miss Marvel being one of the main characters, and she was introduced in a TV show. But I can't speak to it because I haven't watched the Marvels yet. But I just feel like you can watch. I feel like, and I want to hear people's opinions who haven't watched Miss Marvel after actually. But I feel like the Marvels is going to be crafted in a way where you can go watch that movie, having not seen WandaVision, which would introduce you to Monica Rambeau, at least adult version of her, and having not seen Miss Marvel, and I think you would still be able to pick up on what's happening. The reason being, Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau do not know of Miss Marvel as it stands right now in the canon. They haven't met, and so because we will be watching as an audience, and they will be meeting Miss Marvel in the movie, she'll just be a new character with superpowers, which is not hard to believe in the cinematic universe. That being said, I think Miss Marvel would definitely add depth to her, make her you understand everything she does in the movie more if you watch Miss Marvel before the Marvels. But when you go into the Marvels, I don't think you have to watch all these shows before. So I think when it comes to this point, I know a lot of people are making the point of, you have to watch all these shows. It's becoming a chore. It's becoming homework. I agree to a certain extent because a lot of the shows feel like tasks to check off the checkbox because they're just not the best shows. Secret Invasion, prime example of that. However, it's not like yet, to me, these have become required viewings before a movie. WandaVision, you could watch Multiverse of Madness without. You could. Because you just assume she fell off mentally and she went insane, and it all kind of works. Then you've got, I'm trying to think of examples here. I've said this before. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? At the end of Endgame, Steve gives the shield to Sam. He's the new Captain America. You go watch the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you'll see that come to fruition. But if you go into Captain America 4, you'll be like, oh, okay, he's Captain America now. You get it. So I think that's going to be the same case with the Marvels. I think Loki is the outlier in terms of being crucial to the MCU. It's clearly building to something greater. But in terms of them feeling like homework, I get it. I'm like 50-50 on that stance. I'm right down the middle because I feel like as a viewer, it can feel like homework because it's just not good. And you're like, I'm a completionist freak, and that's me. I'm a completionist. I got to watch them all. I got to watch every MCU piece of content, even if it's not good. So that's how it can feel like homework to me. But I also don't think it's like, oh, I got to study every detail of WandaVision before I can watch Multiverse of Madness, because that's just not true either. So I think on the record, Kevin Feige at one point said the shows supplement the movies, but they're not required because obviously not everyone has Disney Plus. And I think that's about right still. Now, that could change moving forward. We'll see. I think that, and then I'll move on from this. Great question, by the way. I love this question. And thank you for the super chat. I think the Marvels, after we see it, could end up being the first movie where the TV show was the most pivotal beforehand. I know I just went on a whole spiel about how you probably don't need to watch Miss Marvel, but there's also that side where, hey, maybe you did need to watch Miss Marvel, and this could disprove the whole argument I was just making, where you actually did need to watch Miss Marvel to feel, connected to this character and understand what's going on in the movie, and that would enhance your viewing of the Marvels. And if that's true, then I think Miss Marvel would be the first show that required your utmost attention before a movie. Unless I'm forgetting something, because Hawkeye, the Falcon and Winter Soldier, What If, so far these haven't come to fruition. Plots from that haven't really come to fruition in movies yet. Loki, again, the outlier. WandaVision, we saw, with Multiverse. What else? Secret Invasions is not really going anywhere. Moon Knight, hell no. She-Hulk, no. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Good water. Damn, I love water. And great question. Keep the super chats coming, guys. It's a great way to help support me directly, and it guarantees I get to your question, comment, or concern. Anything goes a very, very long way. Great question. I love that question, by the way. I still like talking about the MCU. Just dropped the latest episode of the podcast, the Halloween special. Every single 43 of you in here. After this, if you haven't already watched it, go watch it after this live stream and leave a like and subscribe. We had so much fun with it. I cosplayed as Mobius. It was a blast. So go check that out. It's right here for those wondering. Go check it out. Go do it. But no, let's keep on keeping on with the chat. Water break. I've been talking a lot. Okay. Alrighty. Do you think Loki will be in the upcoming Avengers movies? Man, that's a good one too. We got some good Marvel questions tonight, guys. You're killing it. I would say there's a good chance that Loki will be in Secret Wars. Actually, yes. Yeah, I think Loki's going to be. I'm just going to come out and say it. I think Loki will be in the Avengers movies. And it won't really come out until after Loki season 2 because it would be a big spoiler. But I feel like the end of Loki season 2 will result with Loki damn near going to try and like meet at one of the Avengers. Like I think that's going to be that crazy. So I'm going out on a limb there because I do stand by my belief that Loki's the outlier. It will end up being the most important MCU Disney Plus show to the movies and the overall cinematic universe. So I'm going to say, yeah, I am going to say that. I'm more confident in Mobius showing up before Loki in a movie, though. I think Mobius 1,000,000% is going to be in Deadpool 3 because obviously he's worked with Sean Levy a lot in the Ninth Museum films and other things, in the internship, I believe. The internship. So, yeah, I think Owen Wilson as Mobius will be in Deadpool 3. Most anticipated movie of 2024 as it stands right now. I don't think Deadpool 3 anymore has a release date slated for that year, so I can't say that. Look, this is tough. I'm going to say, damn. Off the top of my head, I don't even know. That was my go-to answer for the longest time. What's coming out next year? That's the question. I'm going to Google 2024 movies because I always forget. By the way, most anticipated videos have become obsolete now. Like, they... I think every single most anticipated video I do, just like every movie gets delayed. It started with the COVID year, but no. Movies coming out in 2024. I just looked up movies 2024. Let's see what comes up. Let's see. Okay. Gladiator 2 is up there. Inside Out 2. It's saying Deadpool 3. I'm just gonna say Deadpool 3. I know it's probably not gonna come out, but Deadpool 3. Why not? All right. Thoughts on Jeepers Creepers, one of my favorite horror movies of all time and favorite movies of all time. I watched it for the first time a few months ago. Shout out my buddy Jacob, Starcorp Food Court, for putting me on pretty much. But it's a good movie. It's very cheesy. Some of the characters are infuriating. But that final shot has stuck with me, and it was a fun enough time. It's not one of my favorite horror movies. It could grow on me over time. Maybe I'll revisit it one day. I'm not intrigued enough to check out the sequels, but it's a really cool concept, and I'll praise it for its originality. So, yeah, I enjoyed it enough. I logged it on Letterboxd. I think I watched it in early October. So, yeah, check it out. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Silence of the Lambs is an incredible movie. Incredible movie. By the way, shout out Jacob. He's in the chat right now. All right. Y'all's fight on the pod was hilarious. Yeah. If you guys want to see me and Cam fight, go check it out. Just put the link there. I'm not going to shut up about it. I'm serious. I'm plugging the hell out of it because I'm proud of it. It was a lot of fun, and I really would appreciate if you guys go sub to the podcast channel, which is linked everywhere. Okay. And the pinned comment of this stream and in multiple areas of the live chat, you can see the link to that Halloween episode. Go give it a watch. Do it. Appreciate the support on the podcast, Ethan. Let's see. Favorite pro and favorite celeb this season of Dancing with the Stars, Chris? Good question. I'll say favorite celeb. Who am I rooting for? I like Barry. Cam also likes Barry, and I'll be honest with you, I don't really know the dancer names all too well. That's I like that pairing though. I want Barry to win, and the dancer that Barry's with, they can win. I like actually Jason Mraz. He's up there for me, so it's tough. What are some movies coming out in December? We've got Wonka, we've got Aquaman and Lost Kingdom, we've got I think that's pretty much it. Those are the two huge ones. We're obviously getting some other movies. Those are the two huge ones though. Zack Snyder, Rebel Moon, Bradley Cooper's Maestro. Those are all some of the biggest movies coming out in December. Reese's and Milky Way are my two favorite chocolate-wise, but Crunch is underrated. Crunch is so underrated. Can't get enough of it. My mouth's watering thinking about Crunch right now. Let's see. The GOAT Halloween candy is Kit Kat. Kit Kat's up there. Kit Kat's up there. Plans for Stranger Things Day. I will be doing a Stranger Things Day podcast episode that will drop probably the Wednesday of Stranger Things Day week. It's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. And I look forward to sharing it with you guys. Am I excited for the live action Avatar The Last Airbender series? I am. But not over the moon excited. And the reason is I need to rewatch the OG series, the actual animated one. I've only seen it once, and I watched it as it came out, so I haven't gone back to it. I remember really liking it as a child, a young child, when it came out. I just haven't gone back to it for whatever reason. It's one of those shows, and I actually tried to do like a reaction series to it, but it felt off. This was back in probably January. I was on a reaction craze. For those who know, for those who don't, I did reaction videos at one point, and so I was going to rewatch it and do like a sort of reaction recap, review, revisit thing. I don't even know what I was going to call it, but I was like, no, not the time. Now's not the time. I watched about half of that first episode, and I was like, I remember this. I remember it all too well. So, yeah, that kind of happened. But I'm not opposed to this live action series. Curious to see what they got cooked up. But if you guys are in here, by the way, 45 of you guys, hit that like button. Helps out more than you know. If you're on the replay, hit that like button. Super chat's the way to go to guarantee I get right to your question, your comment, your concerns. Also a huge way to help support me and the channel. And check out the latest episode of the podcast. Just dropped the link to that video in chat. We had a blast with it. It was the Halloween special. You're not going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to miss it. Okay. All right. I've actually rewatched this already. I watched it when it came out last year, and I rewatched it when it before Guardians 3, and I will likely watch it again. I can't guarantee, but I'm more strict on myself, or I'm better about rewatching Christmas stuff as opposed to Halloween stuff. I've always been that way. When December rolls around, I'm on my shit. I'm like, okay, I got a list. I'm watching my Christmas stuff. This is the best time of the year. I'm getting after it. So football takes a little dip after the first weekend of December, and I usually go all in on Christmas movies over the rest of the year. So yeah, I'll try to rewatch this Christmas. Looking for some questions. Will you be able to finish all the Disney animated films before Wish comes out? I'll try my hardest. And if I don't before Wish comes out, I'll be really close. I've done the math actually for what I need to do, and it's going to require a few days over the next few weeks, a few days, probably Sundays, to be honest with you, where I watch like 5 or 6 movies, but like that's fine. They're like an hour, 15 minutes. The average runtime is probably like an hour and 15 minutes for most of these. So it's nothing too crazy. And when I get into the good era, like it feels like a chore right now because it's the wartime era. And for those who don't know the wartime era, most of the films are a compilation of shorts that have no real connection. And they're just strung together to put something out in theaters pretty much. They're bad. They're clearly the worst Disney animated films ever. And they're all going to be at the bottom of the ranking, probably. Spoilers. But yeah, I'm close. I have 2 left. I'm watching them tonight. I have some more YouTube stuff to do after this. There will be a video out later, everything I watched in October. And a short will be out later. But other than that, I will be watching 2 films. I will be watching Melody Time, and I will be watching The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, and that will round out the wartime era I will be free. I will be. I'll literally feel so inspired to watch after that. Those are the last two, and I will finish them at no whatever cost. One of them is like an hour and 11 minutes. One of them is like an hour and 8 minutes. So that's 2 hours, and it's like watching a normal movie. Um, and I'll be continuing on into the Silver Age with Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, Jungle Book, I think 101 Dalmatians. So we're actually going to get into good stuff, and rewatching is easier than watching for the first time. So yeah, I'm going to do my best to get through every Disney film before Wish and make an epic ranking. I'm ranking them privately. I have a private letterbox list. I'm ranking them, and then I will share them publicly when the time comes. Is Hopper or Steve your favorite character? It's really difficult for me to choose between the two, and for the longest time, I would say Steve. For the longest time, I would say Hopper. They're like 1A, 1B. Right now, I'd say they're damn near tied, but I love Hopper. I love Hopper. Such a father. So I'd say Hopper. I have seen the FNAF movie. I have a review on the channel. I'm not crazy about it. Sorry to disappoint all those who love it. Just not crazy about it. When will Deadpool 3 come out, or when do I think it'll come out? I have this hope that it's still going to come out next year, maybe November of next year or December of next year, sometime next year. Okay. I don't have the new wave of Stranger Things Funkos. I would love to though. Especially I saw they finally are doing like an Eddie moment when they were playing D&D. Like they're doing a lot of cool ones. So I want to get that. I definitely want to get the new Dustin Pop. I mean, I want to get them all eventually. It's just a matter of acquiring them. Spider-Man or Batman, gun to my head, I might lean Spidey, but it's really tough to say. I don't know. You could ask me tomorrow and I could say Batman. It just depends on the day. There you have it right here. Here's the Unusual Color Podcast channel. You guys can click right here. Go check out the new episode. I am not going to shut up about it again this entire episode. Go watch it. It's about an hour and 15 minutes. It's a lot of fun. We do a blind ranking of candy. We're dressed up. It's a lot of fun. Check it out, please. I'm begging you. Yeah, Gayton's last performance, I saw his last performance of Sweeney Todd's November 5th. I did see that. I sing out randomly throughout the day, like his lines from that, because I've seen, the soundtracks on Spotify. I'll sing it out randomly. It's he's got a great voice. Hey Chris, what do you think is a TV show that will last forever? So that like never go off the air? Good question. I honestly think Survivor. Survivor will go on forever. I don't watch it, but I have friends who do, and I have family who do, and it's been going for 40 years. I don't even know if that's accurate or not, but it's been on forever. Also, I don't think like SpongeBob or The Simpsons will ever end. I really just don't see a world where those shows end ever. Or like Family Guy, those shows are just going to go on forever, probably. For Stranger Things Day, this is wishful thinking. I think episode titles would be huge, but that's like the biggest thing, and maybe one more like piece of casting news. But even then, it's hard to say if we're going to get much at all. I've never really seen American Horror Story. Like literally, I've never seen a single episode. Here's the podcast episode again. I will pretty much click it every time I scroll past it in the chat. Favorite Christmas movie? Let me do an impression. Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof. Home Alone. Home Alone comfortably. That's my favorite Christmas movie, and it is a top 10 movie for me, period. It's comfort for me. It's my go-to every year. It's the only, again, if I could only pick one Christmas movie, it's Home Alone. It's Home Alone. Since you've completed the Teen Wolf series, what is the next series you're binge watching? Good question, Ryan. I'm kind of on the market. That's what people always say, right? I'm on the market for a new show. I'm currently I'm currently working my way through Seinfeld and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Those don't really count. They're like sitcoms that I can literally watch whenever. There's no rush for me to finish either of those shows. They're so hilarious in their own ways, and their comfort. I'll tune into them when I can. It's not like I'm rushing. I'm not trying to speed run either of those. it just so happened that when I started Teen Wolf, I was like, "Oh, there's this convention," and then the timing of it was so eerie that I ended up, speed running it near the end. But I finished Teen Wolf. You are correct. The next series, I don't know. I don't know. There's the Vampire Diaries is coming soon. I'll tell you that much. Cam wants me to watch that. Um, we're even, by the way, for those who are wondering, me and Cam are even on shows. In the last episode, I tried to make it seem all one-sided, but I've showed her The Bear, Cobra Kai, and Ted Lasso. She showed me Teen Wolf, and a few others, I want to say, recently. So I've been actually showing her quite a bit. But yeah, I don't know. Vampire Diaries is coming soon. I want to watch like Peaky Blinders, but I just don't know. Yeah. I just don't know if sorry, I was thrown off by something. I don't know if when that's coming. Sorry, I totally lost my train of thought there. La La Land versus Whiplash. I'm gonna say Whiplash. Whiplash is a top 5 movie for me. Not quite my tempo. How many movies are on your watch list? I couldn't even tell you for money, honestly. Uh, a lot, but I have them like a bunch of different watch lists. I have one on my notes app. I have one technically on Letterboxd, but I more so use the one on my notes app. And right now, the movies I'm trying to get through are the Disney movies I haven't seen. So there's a lot of Disney movies on there. So yeah, it's an interesting. I couldn't tell you that every movie out there I want. I want to see all of the reputable movies out there, from the big directors, from the big franchises. I want to see all of those eventually. It's just you got to execute, got to show up every day and do it. And it's hard to watch a movie every day. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but like to watch a movie every day and get and pay attention and sometimes you just want to watch a sports game. Sometimes you want to watch a YouTube video. Sometimes you want to listen to a podcast. You have to be. Sometimes you might just want to close your eyes and listen to some music. To watch a movie every day, it can become a chore is what I'm trying to say. It's not hard to watch a movie every day. I'm saying it can become a chore to the point of, oh, this is taking the fun of wanting to watch the movie away. That's what I never want to get to. And that's what happened with 100 movies that one time. And it's like, damn, I got to watch 10 more movies by the end of the year. And I got to do these. And it's like, no, just being able to watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it is 10 times better. Good water, by the way. We got a super chat from Movie Reviewer 101. Shout out Movie Reviewer 101. Thank you for the super chat. Keep Watch Burn. It. The Conjuring. John Wick 4. Stranger Things. Cobra Kai. The Social Network. What's good, by the way? How you doing? So I will have to. It. The Conjuring. It. The Conjuring. John Wick 4. Stranger Things. Cobra Kai. The Social Network. That's 6. So I'm doing 2 of each. Is that correct? I'll do 2 of each for this. I'll say I'll keep Stranger Things. I will keep The Social Network because that's like a top 3 movie and my favorite show. I will watch Cobra Kai. I will watch John Wick 4, and then I'll burn the 2 horror movies. But I love The Conjuring. It's a top. I think it's a top 5 horror movie for me right now. It's technically 4 on my recent list I did. Would you guys check out that video if you haven't? But you guys know horror's never been my favorite genre. As much as I am getting more into it lately, it's never been my outright favorite. So I'm comfortable with that. That's a good assortment of for my ranking right there. So yeah, thank you for the super chat, and super chat is the way to go to guarantee I get to your question, your comment, your concern. But much obliged. I appreciate the support. All right. Podcast. Go do it. Do it. Let me check that actually. How many people have gone and dropped a like on the podcast? That's the question. That's the question. Not many, but that's okay. You still have time. All right. I was somewhere. A movie reviewer with a super chat saying, I've watched every vid, lol. I know that means lol. I just say lol. Is that referring to my videos? Is that referring to... I don't know. I don't know what that's referring to, but awesome regardless. Okay, let's see. Imagine a Batman Arkham Asylum horror movie. That sounds sick. That sounds super dope. I would be down for that. A Batman horror movie. In fact, they could do that with Reeves. I feel like they dove into the horror thriller genre with the Riddler in the Batman. So yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. That would be pretty sick, actually. I'd watch. It goes without saying, I'd watch. I think a lot of people would watch. It would just turn away a lot of fans who think Batman should be a little more lighthearted nowadays. What's a horror franchise you think is overrated? Um, I don't want to speak on one I haven't fully seen, but the idea of a horror franchise, I'll say that because I've only seen the first entry of a lot. The idea of the Friday the 13th franchise, I think, is overrated. I thought the first movie was a drag. I've never gotten into the rest of them because of that. I'm not going to go watch the other ones. But I feel like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I am excited for the Planet of the Apes trailer. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'll have a trailer reaction tomorrow, so stay tuned for that here on the channel. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Curious to see what they cook up. I haven't revisited those movies since 2017. I'm probably due for a rewatch before the new one comes out. So it goes without saying. All right. Favorite Green Day song? I mean, the one I've listened to the most in my life is probably Holiday. And that's probably going to be my answer right now, actually. Boulevard of Broken Dreams and Holiday. That's my answer. Reese's peanut butter cup is a goat. It's an undisputed goat of candy. I am hyped. I'm really looking forward to a new big trailer. Snickers is also up there. Kit Kat's awesome, of course. What's your best Spider-Man movie? No Way Home, and I say that proudly. There's the new episode of the podcast, Halloween special. Go check it out. Go like it. Go watch it after this stream. What's your new most anticipated film of all time? For me, it's Spider-Verse. So, of any time in the upcoming future, good question. Forever it was Indiana Jones. Forever it was No Way Home. I want to say. I would say right now, most anticipated movie for the foreseeable future is a two-way tie between Deadpool 3 and The Batman Part 2, and those will be coming out in separate years, I believe, so that they can be my my 24 and 25 most anticipated films. But I cannot wait to see Robert Pattinson in the cowl again. Cannot wait. Almost been an hour. That doesn't, I mean, time flies on these streams, by the way. And water is so good. I love water. Damn good water. Keep Watch Burn, Saw X, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, Part 1, and Bullet Train. I would say the most rewatchable movie of those three is Bullet Train, so I'm keeping Bullet Train. I will watch Mission Impossible and burn Saw X. The reason is I like Saw a lot, and you guys know I do, but Saw X is the least watchable of those three movies. So it had to bite the dust, much like a Saw Trap. It had to bite the dust there. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, if you're referring to earlier. It's a great Christmas movie at that. It's just I go home alone. It hits my heart differently. All right. Dexter could be in contention for next show I watch. It could be. I got a long list. Have you watched the Mike Flanagan shows? So good question. I've actually started the Fall of the House of Usher weeks ago now, and I have not resumed, and I don't know if I ever will. I enjoyed it a lot. I was 2 episodes in. The ending of the second episode truly did disturb me, and I was just like, huh. And so I took the rest of the night off, and I didn't watch it since then, and I don't know if I'll go back. I just don't know, but we'll see. I could. It's still like a fall vibe show, I feel. So maybe. What's my favorite season? Fall. Football, food, Thanksgiving, birthday. It's always been my favorite. It was always fall, baby. I will do a Ghostbusters trailer reaction for sure whenever the trailer drops, I'll do a reaction. It'll probably get blocked for those wondering if it doesn't go up. Sony always likes to block things for some weird reason. So I'm letting you know, it will likely get blocked fully, and I won't be able to share it with you because for some reason they don't want to have promotion of their movie from people. It's weird whenever they do that, but I'll have a reaction out. I'll try to. If they block it, I'll literally be like, no, I'm not posting it then because it's blocked. Like it literally will say this video will be visible to no one in the world. This has been blocked for copyright. Weird when they do that. Yeah, I really liked Afterlife too. I'm ready. I'm ready for this next one. My favorite Harry Potter movie's gotta be Prisoner of Azkaban, but shout out the Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's a close second. It's a damn close second. Day one of asking Chris to dress up as Steve Harrington for Stranger Things episode. You'll have to wait and see what I dress up as. That's all I'm saying. You'll have to wait and see what I've got cooked up. It might be familiar. It might not be. I'm not going to confirm or deny if I've donned the cosplay before or not, but it's going to be fun. I have not played Spider-Man 2. I've played the OG Spider-Man game. I haven't played Miles Morales either. I was replaying Spider-Man leading up to this game, but I haven't acquired Spider-Man 2 yet, so I have not played it yet. But yeah, I'll take a few more questions here. Go for like 4 more minutes, so fire them off. Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get right to your question, comment, or concern. And again, go check out the Unusual Couple podcast, the new episode, the Halloween special. I'll leave the link right here while I talk. Go as I wrap this up. Go check out the podcast. The link is right here. So go check out that video. It was a ton of fun. So go do it. And stay tuned for some more content coming soon tonight, actually, here on the channel still. Do you think a DC Marvel crossover will ever happen? I don't. It's not impossible, but I think it's just highly unlikely. I've never played God of War. Keep Watch Burn. I've seen. Oh, excitement wise. Oh my gosh. I will keep. Aquaman 2, I guess, because it's directed by James Wan, so there's hope it could be decent, maybe. I'll watch Trolls 3 and I'll burn Avatar 3. Oh, that was funny. Do you think Loki will be the next Avengers leader? I do not. No, I don't think they'll go that route. I just think he'll be pivotal in terms of like the main plot with Kang and the multiverse. I think he'll be pivotal, but I don't think he'll be like a leader of the Avengers. I don't know if they would go that far, especially to build him up on TV and then bring him back to movies. It would just confuse the general audiences a bit too much, probably. But yeah, that's probably a good one to end on. So that'll do it for this live Q&A here on this Wednesday evening. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. If you're here on the replay, which I know a lot of you guys do catch these on the replay, I really appreciate the support. Hit that like button if you guys are in here live right now, or if you're in here, on the replay, hit the like button. And if you haven't already, be sure to go subscribe to the Unusual Couple podcast YouTube channel. It is linked down below. You can also listen to the podcast on Apple Podcast and Spotify. This is a link to the newest episode, the Halloween special episode, where we do full-on Halloween discussion. We have a lot of fun. We talk about Halloween candy and movies and songs. It's a blast. So go check it out. It is linked right now on screen and down below. But that will do it for this live Q&A. Stay tuned for a video coming within the next few hours here on the channel and some more content throughout the rest of the week. But thank you guys as always, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.